Hello. Hello and welcome to Season 3, Episode 4 of the Discordancy podcast. So, you will see this video on Thursday, the 12th of June, 2025, which means I am now 18 years of age. I made a short video that you can see right now all across my social media platforms where I simply just answered 3 questions. In this episode, I will be answering 30. I asked ChatGPT about these questions. I checked some of them. I don't know if I can answer all of these questions, but we'll see. I asked 30 questions, but I think this will be a bit of a short episode, to be honest. All right, the very first one, let's see. ChatGPT also categorized these. The very first one, how does it feel now that you're of legal age? To give you a longer answer, I feel excited and terrified at the same time. Because, one, I am excited because there are so many opportunities that will be opening up now that I am 18, but I am also incredibly terrified that I might go to prison at any given time. I didn't do anything yet, but still gonna be a bit concerned. Next, what is the most important thing you've learned about yourself in recent years? Well, it's that I don't pronounce every single English word correctly, and that I am currently experiencing hair loss. Wow! I have already elaborated a bit about my hair loss thing in that short video. The English one, the English words, there are some English words that I simply just mispronounced incorrectly for a bit too long. I'll give you an example. Courteous. I, for so long, pronounced it as courteous. The rest of my family also pronounces it as courteous. The entire Filipino community pronounces it as courteous. It's pronounced courteous, so yeah, it's pronounced courteous. Hold on. Alright, the third question. Did you do anything special to celebrate your 18th birthday? As I record this, it is 20 to 11 on Monday the 9th of June. So I still haven't celebrated my birthday yet, as of recording. So I still can't answer this question yet, but I am expecting that that this celebration will be just, what do you call this? Just, a bit uneventful. But, I will still eat a lot because, me, I eat way too much. I eat way too much. I just, like damn. Just damn. Okay, the fourth question. What was the most memorable experience you had before turning 18? I have a bit of recency bias on this one because I am a forgetful person. There are a lot of events happening in my life that I simply just don't remember long enough. I forgot what I ate a week ago. Like exactly 7 days ago. If you ask me, if you even tortured me what I ate for breakfast 7 days ago, or even lunch, or even dinner, I can't tell you. I could not tell you. But there was one memorable experience that I had before turning 18. It was our Battle of the Brains competition. It occurred on the 11th of May, 2024. I was still 16 at this time. And this was the very first time I was able to win something. Which is why, to this day, I am still incredibly proud of that particular achievement. Because, you know, I didn't really work too much on memorizing those. I simply just knew them off the top of my head, which is why I'm a forgetful person, because there's too much being put in here. Alright. What the hell was that? The fifth question. Were there any goals you achieved before reaching 18? Get a girlfriend. Yes, that sounds very simple, but for this face and for this soul, it very much isn't. Because for such a long time, I simply just thought that it was impossible for me to get a girlfriend. Yet now that I am 18, I've had 3 ex-girlfriends. Again, wow. It was something that I once thought was never possible, like my current hair loss, or the fact that I am now going to college at Mindanao State University, Iligan Institute of Technology. Not to brag or anything, I actually thought I was not going to pass the exams. But here I am, with all the hard / not so hard work done, and I am now an MSU IIT student. No matter what happens, I still don't know what course I'm in, but I am going to MSU IIT. Which is a goal that I have achieved before turning 18. Adulthood and Responsibilities category by ChatGPT. The sixth question. What's the first thing you want to do now that you're 18? Vote. The very first thing I want to do now that I'm 18 is vote. Actually, first of all, is like eat, and then celebrate my birthday, and then vote. Yes. I am so excited now that I am 18. Because, you know me, over the last 3 or so years, I have talked about politics. And I couldn't vote in those years. But now that I can now have even more confidence in what I am saying to you, because now I also have the power to change the government in almost all layers of governance. Hold on. The seventh question. Are you ready to vote in the next election? Why or why not? Yes, I am so incredibly ready to vote in the next election, whether that be the Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections in the 1st of July, or in the presidential elections in May 2028. It's the very first election that I'll be voting in, and at that point, I'll be 20 years old. Yes, my very first presidential election that I'll be voting in. is when I am 20, which sounds a bit too old for that presidential election to be your first. It just sounds too old. It just does. But I am incredibly excited that I'll be voting in the next elections. Number 8. What do you think is the hardest part about becoming an adult? Getting a job. I think that is the one of, if not the most difficult thing that I will ever experience as an adult, because the job market right now is tight. It is incredibly tight, and I don't know if I can get a job anytime soon. One, because of the job market, and two, because I'm going to college. Okay, the 9th question. What responsibility are you most excited or nervous to handle? Okay, most excited is voting. That is the most exciting responsibility that I'll ever have. The most nervous is having a child, because at the age of 18, both of my parents had their first child. So it is not at all impossible that I'll also have a child at 18, and it'll be one of the most reckless, most rewarding, and most time-consuming thing that I'll ever have. Yeah. I hope that was a comprehensive statement. Let us move on. Do you plan, the 10th question, do you plan to work while studying, or will you focus on school first? If there is work out there that I can do while studying, then I'll take it, because, hey, any money is good money. Even if I'll end up becoming a drug dealer, I'll still get some money. So, very nice indeed. Yes, I do plan to work while studying, but if there isn't any job openings out there, it's fine that I'll just study first. Either option is good enough for me. I'll adjust to each situation. The 11th question. What course or degree do you dream of taking in college? There are a few courses that I wish to take. There's Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, Bachelor of Arts in English Language Studies, and that's pretty much it. Those two courses are the ones that I really, really want to get to, because I am good at both. I talk about politics a lot, and I talk about politics using the English language. So either course will be great, but I do prefer political science over bios. But when I applied for the MSU IIT exam, my first choice was Bachelor of Arts in English Language Studies. The second choice was Bachelor of Arts in History, and the third one was Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. Those were my choices because my family simply just did not think I was going to have a high score. Yes, yes. I know, I know. That's what my family thinks, and they're a bit dumb, and I also am a bit dumb, which is why they thought like that. They just thought that, hey, maybe go to a course where it is very easy for you to pass, even if you have a very low score, because they really thought that I was going to have a low score. They they simply just did not have any smidge of confidence in me. And I understand. I was failing my classes, and they were like, we're not trusting you in this very thing that you're going that will affect your future in less than 10 years time. So they did the logical thing and chose Bachelor of Arts in English Language Studies and Bachelor of Arts in History. But I don't mind, because those two things I can simply learn and pass. Uh, the 12th question: do you have a specific career you aspire to? Well, there's like one, that is to become a news anchor. I want to be the one who is at the screen presenting the news every day for as long as I live. And any network will suffice. I can work for the BBC, for ABS-CBN News Channel, for ABC News in Australia, ABC News in the United States. What else? Maybe even CGTN. CGTN, a Chinese global television network. I could work for state media. But I'll just make sure that I am reporting the truth, even if I am funded by that government and that government controls what I say. Hey, who knows? I might actually work for a state broadcaster. I don't. I wish I wouldn't, but there's probably a time where I am incredibly broke. I don't have anyone or anything to fall back to, and I just so desperate that I'll just accept working for a state broadcaster. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But I do wish that I could work for a world news broadcaster. You know, like Al Jazeera, BBC News, CNN, ABC News Australia, ABC News America, those kinds of networks. I like those networks, I want those networks, and I need those networks. Next, do you want to work in the Philippines or abroad someday? Either option, I I would like that. Like, if I could work in the Philippines, I stay close to my homeland, and I can adapt pretty quickly to the environment because, I have lived here for all of my life. And also abroad, I could just work there and adjust and, you know, just work there for a time. So, yeah. I do not wish to live abroad. I could live there temporarily, but not really permanently. Like, I don't really want to immigrate to a particular country, especially the United States. So, year. The 14th question. What are your top three goals for the next 5 years? Hmm. Vote, finish school. Okay, like vote. Vote in at least 10 elections, like one BSKE, one midterm, and one presidential. Just three times over. Like, okay, the very minimum, the very bare minimum, vote in like 5 elections. 5 elections. That's like, I just hope for in the next 5 years I can vote in 5 elections. Next is to finish college. Like, it should be a four. Like, I should finish college in 4 years' time. So that. And three, have a job. There it is. Have a job. Those three things I wish to do within the next 5 years. Okay, the 15th question. Who is your role model when it comes to dreams and success? This is a bit of an outlier. His name is Mike Enriquez. He is he was a news anchor for the flagship news program of GMA7 called 24 Horas from 2004 until his death in 2023. Rest in peace. Mike Enriquez was the man who influenced me to an extent that I want to become a news anchor as well. He was the main factor, like the main person who influenced me into getting into news, politics, current affairs, and contemporary events. So, yeah. He originally worked for radio before getting into television. And apparently, all of those events were not intentional. So, I do wish that I also get to work for a national or international broadcaster so that I could become a news anchor or even news presenter for any news show that I have. So, yeah, Mike Enriquez is the one. Is the one who made me get interested in the news. Okay, next question. How has your family influenced who you are today? The very fact that I am not like any other teenager is partly my family's fault, because if I had just interacted more and I was allowed to go out a bit, I might have been a bit less weird than what I am right now. Uh, but there were also a lot of factors, not besides my family. The pandemic made me incredibly introverted, and now I talk to myself into a camera with no one else in the room, and I like it this way. But how has my family actually influenced me to who I am today? I think, I don't know. My family hasn't really influenced me much over the last few years. Like, I've had a bit of an arm's length relationship with my family. Like, I do love them, but there are some things that I simply just cannot get behind with. Like their political opinions about gay people. I am a center left liberal, and my parents are in the right wing conservative area. And my family always asks me, or always questions, why I don't hate gay people, because for me, they really didn't do anything wrong. Like, if there were some gay people who were like being bad to you, that's not a factor of their sexual orientation. That's simply just who they are, and you should just avoid them entirely. I don't classify gay people as this one big monolith who have all the same personalities and attractions with, because that's not how humans work. So, you know, my family really has not influenced me much. Like, they have actually influenced me to the opposite direction. Like, the fact that I am a center left liberal while the rest of or most of my family is in the right wing conservative area of the political spectrum will tell you the, what do you call this, the relationship that I have with my family. Like I said, arm's length. I love them from the bottom of my heart, but do I like them? Not so much. Next, what is the most valuable lesson you've learned from your parents? I guess the the most valuable lesson that I've learned from my parents is basically just stay in school. Just like stay in school, because my parents are very smart individuals, yet they had a child when they were both 18 years old. It's not the smartest thing they have done. It's also not the dumbest thing they have done. But they still did it, and I do think that them having a child at 18 was a bit unwise. So that's the very thing that I have learned from my parents. Is just stay in school. Maybe don't have a child before you turn 20. Like, when you turn 20 or 21, then you can have a child. Just go and have fun, just have sex with all of those people around you, or who knows, just after when you turn 20. Will I do that? Probably not. That is close to impossible, because I am scared and terrified at a woman. So, maybe not anytime soon. Do you have a love life? Oh no, the wrong question. How are your relationships with your friends now that you're 18? I have cut them. There are a lot of people that I have already cut off before I turned 18. So yeah. Oh. Yes. La. Oh.